Welcome to the deep dive. We sift through stacks of sources to bring you the key takeaways, helping you get informed fast. Today, we're diving into something that, well, it feels like it came out of nowhere but is now huge globally. Labubu, you've probably seen this character, right? Kind of mischievous, cute, maybe as a keychain on someone's bag or, all over your TikTok feed. It started as this niche art collectible, and now it's a genuine cultural force. It's actually pretty surprising.
It really is.
Think about it. A K-pop star, Lisa from Blackpink, gets seen with one. Social media just catches fire, and suddenly this little character from the Monster series is pulling an insane revenue. We're talking over $420 million for Pop Mart in 2024 from Labubu.
That's Labubu.
Yeah, that's like a 729% jump from 2023. It's wild. So our mission today is to unpack this whole thing. How did this character go from, an artist's idea to this global status symbol? And what does it tell us about consumer culture now, marketing, the whole collectibles scene?
Exactly. And that's why this is such a great deep dive topic. It's not just a toy. It's right there at the crossroads of, art, business, global pop culture. There's so much here. We'll definitely get into the financials. Those numbers are, well, eye-popping. But we also want to explore the psychology behind it. Why are people drawn in? And these unexpected cultural twists, plus, the controversies that always seem to follow this kind of meteoric rise. We've pulled together a lot of sources for you. Pop Mart's financials, market analysis from places like Goldman Sachs, even government safety warnings and academic stuff on collecting trends. So trying to give you that full picture.
Okay, great. So let's start at the beginning. Because Labubu wasn't just invented yesterday in some marketing meeting.
Yeah.
It has a real origin story way before it went viral recently. This character, pointy ears, that cheeky grin, it comes from an artist named Ka-Sing Lung, part of his The Monsters series, which he actually started back in 2015.
Right, quite a while ago.
And what's really interesting, I think, is the inspiration. He drew on Nordic folklore, these mischievous little forest spirits.
Yeah, that gives it a different kind of depth, doesn't it? It's not just manufactured cuteness.
Totally. It has this artistic root. And even before this recent explosion, the Monsters series was already doing well, breaking sales records in the art toy world back in 2019.
So the potential was there.
Exactly. It hinted at what was possible. Then Pop Mart came into the picture, and they were really strategic in, developing the IP, diversifying it, giving it this massive platform.
And that amplification piece is so crucial. But it does make you wonder, right, what happens when an independent artist's vision, especially one with folk roots, gets scaled up by a huge company like Pop Mart?
Yeah, does the art get lost?
Or changed?
Yeah.
How do you keep that art in the art toy when you're chasing, hundreds of millions in sales? Pop Mart seems to have navigated it, but it's definitely a balancing act, turning niche art into a mass thing without killing what made it special.
It's a classic challenge, I guess. And the sources do suggest Pop Mart tries to work closely with the artist, keep that original feel. But speaking of hundreds of millions, let's talk about those financials. They are just something else.
They really tell the story.
So Pop Mart overall, the company, pulled in $1.8 billion globally in 2024.
Wow.
With profits around $460 million. Huge numbers. But Labubu's slice of that pie was staggering. It was their #1 IP for the year.
The bestseller.
Yeah, bringing in somewhere between $419 and $423 million.
Okay, pause there. That jump.
Right. That 725%, 729% increase from 2023, just for Labubu.
That's not just growth, that's exponential. Viral is the right word.
It really suggests, like you said, a perfect storm, everything hitting at once.
Absolutely.
And it's not just a global thing, it's really exploding in certain places. North America, for instance.
Yeah.
Revenue there surged 550% between 2023 and 2024.
550.
And it kept going. First quarter of 2025, sales were up 900% compared to Q1 the year before, way faster than the global average.
900%.
It's so significant that big financial players like Goldman Sachs are actually tracking this. They see it as a real market shift.
Well, it's clear Labubu and Pop Mart aren't just playing in the toy market anymore. They're kind of rewriting the rules. And it's not just online, right? They're building a physical footprint, too.
Yeah, over 500 stores globally now.
Including, 90 plus in the U.S.?
That's right. And they're pushing into vending machines, too, for wider reach, making them easy to find.
Super accessible. And then you look at the resale market.
Oh, yeah. Crazy.
Some of these Labubus are going for hundreds, maybe thousands, on places like StockX, eBay.
eBay has 19,000 listings.
See, that intense demand tells you something. It's not just about the money Pop Mart is making. It signals this bigger shift. Demographically, psychologically, in the whole toy space.
How so?
The data showing adults, people 18 and over, drove a huge chunk, over $800 million, of the increase in the U.S. toy market in 2024.
Adults buying for themselves.
Exactly. Mostly women buying toys for themselves. That flips the script on who buys toys and why. And it really highlights why Pop Mart's blind box thing is so smart. It taps right into that adult collector urge, the surprise, the hunt.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So beyond the crazy numbers, let's dig into the why. What's really driving this obsession?
Yeah, the cultural engine.
A huge catalyst seems to be April 2024. That K-pop connection, especially Lisa from Blackpink.
Definitely a key moment.
Her being seen with Labubu. Vogue Italia, Teen Vogue, they picked it up immediately. Suddenly, it's not just a toy, it's a fashion accessory. Endorsed by a global star.
Instant elevation. Massive visibility boost.
And from there, social media just took over, TikTok especially.
Unboxing videos.
Over 1 million videos mentioning Labubu. It's fueled by those unboxing trends, the shared excitement, the community feel. It just amplifies like crazy online.
There's definitely a psychological hook there.
And Pop Mart was smart about it too. Product innovation, community stuff.
Like the keychains.
Exactly. Introducing the keychains in 2023 made them more wearable, more accessible. That brought more people in. Then they did those themed pop-up shops in big cities in summer 2024, creating experiences, letting people customize things.
Fostering that community feel.
Right. And online communities, like on Reddit, the Labubu one has like 145,000 members that just keep the fire going.
Yeah.
Trading, sharing.
It becomes a whole subculture.
Yeah. And academics looking at this draw parallels, right? They point to celebrity influence, compare it to Beanie Babies or Sanrio characters back in the day.
Suggesting these core psychological drivers, collecting, status, community, they don't really change, even if the platform, TikTok instead of playgrounds does.
Right.
But it's also evolving beyond just collecting, isn't it? We're seeing this really unexpected cultural integration in some places, which raises a really interesting question. How fast can trends spread now? And how deeply can they embed themselves in different cultures?
Like where? What are you seeing?
Well, take Thailand. Labubu isn't just a toy there anymore. It's genuinely believed to bring good luck, wealth.
Seriously?
Yeah. People are putting the character into traditional Buddhist amulets, getting sacred tattoos of it.
Wow. That's a whole other level.
It really is. Or look at Singapore. A political party, the PAP Sengkang team, apparently used Labubu in a campaign.
A political campaign
Right.
using Labubu.
It shows just how pervasive it's become. It's weaving itself into spirituality, politics, totally different sectors. It tells you these aren't just objects. People pour meaning into them. They become symbols reflecting local beliefs used for all sorts of purposes. It's pretty fascinating how a collectible can become a cultural touchstone like that.
Okay, but with any rocket ship rise like this, there's usually a flip side, right? Challenges, controversies.
Inevitably. And Labubu's no different. The sources definitely flag some serious issues.
Like what? What's the main stuff?
One big one that popped up fast was counterfeits and related safety risks.
The fakes.
Yeah. You had consumer watchdogs like the CPSC here in the U.S. and UK trading standards putting out urgent warnings, these fake Lafufu dolls, they call them. Major choking hazards, especially for kids.
That's serious.
Definitely. They've seized multiple shipments of these knockoffs at U.S. ports because they violate safety rules. It even led Pop Mart in Korea to temporarily pull them from stores over safety worries. Huge headache for the brand, and obviously dangerous.
Okay, so fakes are one thing. What else?
The blind box model itself is getting more heat. Regulatory scrutiny is increasing globally.
Because it's like gambling.
That's the concern raised, yeah. Particularly in China, state media has called for tighter controls. Worries about young people spending, the addictive potential.
It's tricky, isn't it? Where's the line between fun collecting and something problematic?
It's a complex debate. Are you talking age limits? Better disclosure about how rare things are? Or even bans? Pop Mart has to tread carefully.
Though some analysts argue it's not really like gambling for the main audience, right? Gen Z, millennials. It's more about the fun, the community, the look of it.
That's the counter-argument, yeah. That it's less about financial speculation for most buyers and more about the collecting experience itself. It's nuanced.
And then there's the whole bubble question.
Right. Is this sustainable? There's definitely speculation about a Labubu bubble.
Like, will people get tired of it?
Yeah.
Are the designs getting repetitive? Can the market handle this much product?
And can this IP-driven model keep fueling a company that, had a market cap over $20 billion at one point? Collectibles history is full of booms and busts.
True. Beanie Babies again?
Exactly. And then you have the social side effects.
You mean people fighting over them?
Yeah, there were reports of customers literally fighting over limited stock, which really shines a light on how scarcity marketing can drive intense behavior.
Wow.
And that feeds into the ethics of the resale market, right? When things sell for massively inflated prices, is that just supply and demand, or is it exploitative? Market manipulation. Tough questions.
No easy answers there.
And finally, you can't ignore the environmental angle.
The plastic.
Yeah, producing all these plastic toys, plus all the packaging that comes with blind boxes.
Right.
It raises real concerns about waste and the ecological footprint of this whole trend. So when you look at all these challenges together, the fakes, the regulatory stuff, the bubble fears, the social issues, the environment, it forces a critical look at the full impact. It goes way beyond just the art or the money. It covers consumer safety, ethics, responsibility. It's really a microcosm of the big debates happening around the whole modern collectibles market.
So, wrapping this up, it's quite a journey. From Casing Lung's art inspired by folklore to becoming this billion-dollar global phenomenon. Labubu's story is, well, it's a real deep dive into what makes something go viral today. It's about celebrity power, sure, but also social media speed and how consumer psychology keeps evolving. It's amazing how something seemingly small can just take over.
Absolutely. And while the success, financially and culturally, is just undeniable, Labubu's story is also, like you said, a case study. It shows the double-edged sword of massive success in today's world, global, digital, fast-paced. Which leaves us with a big question, really, for you listening. As these niche collectibles keep blurring lines, art, fashion, commerce, how should companies and creators, too, navigate this? How do you balance that explosive growth with ethics, with regulations, with being sustainable for the brand and for the planet in the long run? It's a huge question, and honestly, it goes way beyond just one cute, mischievous monster. Lots to think about there.